All right, we are live. A shot in the dark always creeping up on you, which doesn't really make sense. How can a shot in the dark creep up on you? But anyway, so I don't want to mess around. I have a lot. Actually, with apologies to my amazing guests who are going to get to. I have a lot of announcements. So I'm going to go through my announcements, and then I'm going to STF you, and we're going to talk about these guys because you need to be paying attention to my guests. So anyway, I am Jack Mangan in a Rock and Iron Maiden shirt. I am. You know me from MetalAsylum.net, the Metal Hall of Fame. The Am I Evil graphic novel. The Am I Evil graphic novel is rolling along. We're trucking along. We're making some progress. Lots of Metal Hall of Fame news. So just bear with. I'm going to rattle it all off, and then we'll get to our guests of honor here. So there's the big gala this weekend on Sunday. Tune in. If you're in New Jersey, get there. Otherwise, tune in live online. They're inducting, just to name a few of the people being inducted: Triumph, Mark Weiss, the famous metal photographer, Blaze Bailey, Paul Diano. It's a big deal. Striper, Marty Friedman. I'm actually going to be on the Metal Voice live stream. The main event is being presented by Deco Entertainment and Volume.com. Also, some new columns up. There's the Metal Hall of Fame Metal Today, which my buddy Rich Catino has penned. There's a new wave of traditional heavy metal, part 1 and part 2 over there. And then there's also the Rime of the Ancient Firebird by me. That's under the Metal Legacy. That is a personal story anecdote about me listening to Iron Maiden with my dad when I was a kid. It's a good story. So listen to that. And sorry, guys, we're out of time. So thanks for coming on. All right. No, enough about me. I am truly going to STF you. Well, I am really excited about our guest today. This is a band you absolutely must and will know about, probably as they're rolling over your face. This is a band that's going to take over the world. They're future dark overlords, you might almost say. But so all right, in the center, Austin Farmer. Austin, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us a little bit about yourself and Superweapon.
Thank you. Yeah, I am playing keys for Superweapon, my keytar, my axe. It's been super fun. We just released a new single. I'm a musician here in San Diego, and happy to be joining you guys today.
Great. Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. And then your partner, Merciless. Merciless, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
The honor is ours. So tell us a little bit. Let's do deeper introductions. Then we've got, he told me, Sevi, who is not able to join us today, who's on the lead axe, who's also, and that's
Sevi's on a buffalo hunt right now. He got distracted, couldn't finish it off. He's doing it barehanded, which is the proper way to do it. The severing of the buffalo head after you catch it barehanded, that's very technical, takes a lot of technical skill, but Sevi's a very technical guitar player. So we're pretty sure he's got that figured out. Hopefully he doesn't get gored again and we can continue on with what we're working on. But when you run with a bull, sometimes you get the horn, and that's the way he lives.
It's true. Yeah. Following the tradition of what Jimi Hendrix and Jimmy Page and Joe Satriani are great buffalo hunters. Yeah. Yeah.
Spectacular. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, all right, so either one of you guys, I'll toss it out there. Just tell us all about the origin story of Superweapon. Tell us what it's all about.
Well, it started out with Severiano Wada, who is Sevi, who is our guitar player whose hands have been touched by the hands of God, which I guess it means it's a four-handed guitar going on. He is a spectacular pyrotechnic player, and he reached out to me and said, I want to start a band. I hear you're good at making things happen and you can get some things done. Would you consider being in a band with me? And I said, well, I don't know. You have to send me a little tape, send me something, cause I'm an 80s. I'm like all about the 80s. So send me a tape. And he did. He sent me a cassette. I have a cassette player, popped it in. Like, this is fantastic. It burned off my nose hairs. It smelled so hot and fresh. So I immediately committed. Got behind Sevi. I'm like, we'll get this done. We'll make some things, kill some animals. This is gonna be fantastic. And then, but we were rocking and rolling, making all kinds of fun stuff, a lot of riffs, a lot of crunch, a lot of heavy. And then we were like, you know what this needs? This needs to be like Metallica meets Journey. We need some keys on this shit right here. And I happen to know this gentleman on the screen right here, Mr. Austin Farmer, and his pop sensibilities. He's more of a pop musician, but he brings this cinematic soundscape of all of these textures and all these layers and flavors slaps that atop what Sevi and I are making, and that is how Superweapon has its sound. So it's truly a merger between Sevi and Austin, and I get on there and I sing a little bit, no big deal.
Nice. All right, Austin, what do you want to add to that?
Oh yeah, being called by Merciless and Sevi to manifest these wonderful soundscapes together have been truly super exciting. For me, my keys, a lot of the keys that I do are power synths and influenced by a lot of 80s rock. And so it kind of it really worked out with with my previous experiences with pop, and hopped on, and Merciless rocking his lyrics and singing, and they're shredding their axes. I'm holding my own on the keys. It's really a great energy.
And it would behoove me to point out that Austin is also a video director, and he directed our first video for Battle Cry, and just spanked that puppy right out of the park. It was great. We're pumped. Can't wait. We're going to working on another one next month and get Austin to do that. So Austin's got a lot of bullets in the gun. There's a lot of different things that he can do. So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I got to give Austin, actually, I didn't know that you were behind it. That video is incredible.
Hey.
It's fantastic. My hat
Thank
is
you.
I'm not wearing a hat, but my hat is off. It should be. No, it's seriously, it's like a Metallica level video. It's unbelievable, and the song is killer too. So
thank you.
I'm going to hit you with both questions at once. Tell me about the experience of making the video. How you made it. Some of the tricks behind how you got there. Actually, let's focus on the video, and then we'll get to the song. The song is killer, deserves its own space. But yeah, tell us about the video.
Yeah, when I'm working with musicians who have just such profound energy on stage, it's just so easy to do my thing and make a video that just represents the band. And that's exactly what we wanted to do with Merciless and Sevi, having this be our first real video to show how we are as a rock band. We all wanted to to show how we're performing and on stage, bringing the song to life. So we did a lot of brainstorming, figured, hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a live type of music video. And I've shot a lot of live concerts in the past. It's a lot of my background as a videographer, behind the scenes stuff, magazine shoots, that type of stuff. And this really came to life. We filmed it all in one day. And it was really, really exciting. It all just fell together, and it was super fun.
Yeah, it looks like you guys are having a blast. Go ahead, Merciless.
We had a great time with it. The prep work was very important. We really had to set the stage. We shot at Rock and Roll San Diego, which is a wonderful facility, great staff. They were not keen on goat blood pentagrams, so we had to sneak that in on the side. And you don't see it. You don't see it in the video, but you can feel it. It's there, present. The presence, we brought in the ghost of Pavarotti to help me with my vocals on that one. He's my vocal instructor, and we got him to get some spare time. So that it was pretty dope. And we just kind of showed up. Sevi and I showed up, did our thing, rock and rolled, and Austin was just running around like a human ant colony. He was here, he was there, he's all over the place shooting everything. And then it took him like 15 minutes to edit that thing together. It was insane. He did it right on the spot. Yeah, we're blown away. We're really excited. Next one, hopefully we're gonna get a little more dramatic content in there, show some more behind the scenes of the magic that goes into making our spectacular music. And Austin is entrusted to capture all of that and bring it to you. I would like to point out that everybody watching this, open up another browser, go to YouTube, look for Superweapon Band, Superweapon, one word, band, one word, space in between. Subscribe to our shit, because we have our first world crushing goal, get to 100 subscribers. Then we can make it youtube.com Superweapon Band. So you guys can help us out with that. More great stuff coming there.
Excellent. All right. Well, and so, all right, you've already hinted you can't just tease us like that. So tell us about the video that's coming up. We already said a little bit. What's the song going to be? What's the song going to be for this?
The song is called We Rise, and it is, It's a political awakening party song, if you will. So this is a song that you could pump up if you're going to go to a political rally and get your head in the right space to make decisions about the future of our country. It's also a song very good for doing a keg stand. So you can do those two things together with We Rise. We're multifaceted. We're all over the place, man. You cannot pin Superweapon down. But this is this song, we're super pumped about it. It's one of the few songs we have that's not theme based, so it's not based on a movie, TV show, or book, or some ancient Greek myth. And we're excited about it. But it's a heavy song. It's a rocker. It's got a great sing along chorus. So we're probably going to have to get probably a church somewhere, a pulpit, if you will, a VFW hall, the basement of a Kroger, anything that's going to give us some kind of a podium so we can get up and deliver a political screed, a diatribe, if you will. And then that opens up the song. It's a big spoken word piece that is based off of a key figure in American history, which I won't reveal right now, but he's very key. He signed the Declaration of Independence. What? That important? Yes. So we're going to do that spoken word bit, roll into the song, and hopefully Austin. I would like to see more guns and explosions, possibly exploding animals. Austin is working on that for us. We'll see if that happens.
Yeah, the pyrotechnics, here in San Diego, it's a process, but we're on it.
Yeah, especially the exploding animals. I mean, some churches are a little iffy on that, but yeah.
Yeah. We'll just tell them the animals are satanic. Then they'll be fine with it. We got it all figured out.
There you go. Let's see. So we got some comments. If you have some comments out there, you saw Tony Mass has made a couple of comments, and then Sherry Hare says, I think I might know a cousin or two of Merciless.
Sherry Hare looks like a rocker. She looks like she knows what's up with those 80s guitar solos and that 90s headbang and metal. She knows. It looks like she knows. Yeah, my cousin's a good dude. He's all right. He can't rock, but he's all right.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Let's see, where were we going? So actually, you touched on the lyrics. I wanted to ask, and of course, I mean, this is not just for Merciless. Austin, please, jump into. But tell us a little about where the lyrics are coming from, what you're talking about, what you're inspired by. Yeah, go with it.
Well, yeah, I know Merciless has a lot of inspiration for Battle Cry in particular.
Yeah, Battle Cry. That is our current single that's out, and that came from a riff from Sevi, who actually sent me that song. He sent it to the Merciless Cloud, and we opened it up. We looked at it, and we know lyrics on it. I'm like, this is a jam. This is a grade A choice slice of beef right here. And I said, what's it called? He said, it's called Battle Cry. And I said, oh, you got lyrics? He goes, no, I just made that shit up. He made it up. And I'm like, sold. I will take that. And I went and I took it, and I drew inspiration from the movie 300 and The Gates of Fire, which is a historical fiction novel by Stephen Pressfield, who is a badass writer. And we went through and we kind of tried to capture the experience of what it's like to be in the hot gates as the Persian horde is coming down on you, and you're going to die. It's just a matter of how many are you going to take with you before they get you. So there's no heroes, there's no villains. It's just war, and it's live, and it's in the trenches. And I think Sevi's riff really captured that quite well. So that's one. We got one called that's being mixed right now by Keel Bishoprick, who's up there in Portland. Bishoprick, excuse me. And one's called Run, which we're super pumped about. That is about someone kidnapping you and holding you hostage, but then you get away and you fade into the woodwork, and then you come back 10 years later and you kidnap them, you hold them hostage, but then you take them out in the woods and you're like, I'll let you go. Why don't you run? But if you run, I might catch you, I might kill you. So it's real kind of deep, socio-political vibes going on with that one. So that's Run. We got We Rise, which is the political one we just told you about. We got Monkey's Paw, which is based on the short story Monkey's Paw. It's got a long intro. We actually found we're the only people in the world to possess this. The only people. This movie was made in 1934. And it's gone. Can't find it anywhere because of the satanic magic that's in it. And the government made it go away. We found a copy. We've actually got audio from that movie in the opening of our song Monkey's Paw. Austin, which one am I missing there, man? I know I got one more. We have lots of stuff.
We got another one in the works called The Kids Are Coming For You.
Yeah.
Really, really catchy 80s vibes. Has some Rush-inspired keyboards. Some awesome lyrics by Mr. Merciless himself. Really a lot of cool things in the works, and we've done this throughout the past year, entirely remotely for most of the songs. And it's been really cool to see how these songs are just popping out. Like Merciless said, Sevi sends us, a riff-based hook, and it's wow. Okay, there's a song right there if we shape it, And Merciless sends, his ideas, and it's like, oh my gosh, like yeah, we got to get on this now. So really, really cool.
The Kids Are Coming For You is based on a 1984 movie with Christopher Reeves called Village of the Damned. So I'm super pumped for that one, because if you've ever seen this shit show of a glorious, awesome movie, it's got everything you could want. You've always wanted to watch a movie about 6 little demon kids possessing people all over town and making them kill themselves and burning shit. It's got that. I know we've always wanted to see that. That's a great one. So we're excited about that. But they all got crazy platinum hair and they all got crazy eyes. Hopefully, spirits permitting, we get to do a video, put on the platinum wigs, go out there and rock out. It's going to be fantastic.
Yes, hopefully. Sounds excellent. All right, so when people go out and check out Battlecry and their lives are changed, and they absolutely have to own and possess and become a part of the Superweapon fans and legions, how do they? I mean, I know there's the website, but how do they get Superweapon shit? How do they connect with you guys?
We currently have 142 gnomes in the mines working on T-shirts, working on all that merch stuff, all that, so you can lay us on your body. We can be touching you all the time, cotton wise, but still, that's Austin Farmer's hands all up and down yourself. And we're working on that. We don't know when we're going to get that. That will take a little time. But yeah, superweaponband.com. We got the Instagram, which is instagram.com/superweaponband. We got that going on. We got the YouTube, which I have told you about, and everybody watching this is already subscribed because they are touched by the angels. I think we got all that going on. And largely what we're trying to do is, why this Delta is coming out and then the Mu is coming out and everybody's trying to cram viruses up our noses and whatnot. We're going to focus on writing music, focus on making videos, and focus on just being awesome.
Yeah, 142 band gnomes to be precise. As you said, really help keep the machinery of Superweapon going. Yeah, a lot of exciting things in the works, the videos, the music. Going to be some cool content. Yeah.
Nice. So, I mean, is this leading to, I know we've got technically an EP out. I mean, tell us about the release. So do you have an album on the way? What's out right now?
We had our first EP, which was the Demo of Doom, no, Demo of Destruction, excuse me, Demo of Destruction. This new one is probably going to be called either Battlecry or We Rise. For We Rise, we got some album art from the guitarist and singer for a band called the Schizophonics in San Diego. Schizophonics are fucking insane. They're on tour right now. They're in Austin tonight, I believe. But everybody should Google the Schizophonics. One of the best live acts you will ever see. Bassist, guitar singer, and the drummer is, in my opinion, the best drummer in San Diego. She's incredible. Letty Beers. Pat Beers, the singer. Anyways, Pat's an artist, and he painted a cover for us. So since we got in a Pat Beers original, we'll probably have to name the EP after that. At this point, I think what we're going to do, and Austin, jump in after this, I think we're just going to keep making singles, EPs, putting them out, hone our songwriting skills, tap into the gold that is in our spinal column. And as we start to get better at it, eventually we'll pick the cream of the crop and head into a studio and destroy some shit.
Yeah, the gold in our spinal columns, all over. It's really been nice to they're kind of like, metal detectors for me. They go, oh, yes, this idea. Yes, more of this, more of these types of keys. And, a really fun portion of writing Battlecry was the bridge of this song. Merciless had this kind of idea, to kind of bring to life a chorus of men who are about to, battle cry, showing their battle cry. And it was really fun for me to tap into a lot of these different sounds, strings, orchestral elements. And yeah, every song to me is a new opportunity to complement the lyrics and really make it like a real experience. And I think we have a lot of those songs in the works, and it's just such a fun collaboration.
Awesome. So now's the time for people to jump in and get in on the ground floor and watch as you guys kind of rise and figure this out and get these albums out and get these songs out.
Now they can get shivved in an alley later. It don't matter. It's all good. Eventually, the sonic seed of Superweapon will spread across everyone's face. Everyone will be very happy in the end.
Moving along. Yeah, no, that's so are you guys planning live shows? Is there going to be, I know obviously now there's things happening in the world. Have you guys talked about it?
We haven't got to that point yet. We will be working on that, but with people booking shows getting canceled, this open, that not open, all this virus shit stuff going on. We're really focusing on the music right now and trying to get as big of a musical load crammed into Spotify as we can fit. That's what we're working on right now. Working on some cover stuff, which is going to be really neat. We're heavily influenced by foreign metal bands, so we are we're definitely going to dig into that and try and do some unique stuff, and then kind of try and figure out the YouTube game and all that other business. We just want to get our sonic seed on everybody that we can.
Yeah, and as Merciless said, with venues maybe or maybe not going to be open, one of the really exciting things about this project when we first started was, that we had all not met us three as Superweapon in a room writing a song together. This was literally all remotely, digital, back and forth. How do we send these files? How do we receive them? How do we import them? So it was such a unique experience that, Superweapon that you hear now, was largely, it was like we had to rely on, I relied so much on their feedback and, kind of moving forward on faith, on different ideas of like, oh yeah, I believe in this idea. Let me show them. And I think that's, you can hear that in the music. I think it's a very exciting rock and roll energy that we just so desperately wanted to keep going and writing despite the hardships of everything going on. And that's just been so fun to see evolve and hear that in the music.
Yeah. I'd say the biggest thing about this band for everybody in it is we write songs, record songs, and release songs. And I think everybody in the world of metal has probably been involved with a band or had a boyfriend or girlfriend in a band at some point where you've been together for years and just don't put stuff out. That is not what we do. We produce. We are a giant fertile field of crops that are constantly growing up, constantly being harvested, and constantly being taken to market. And we're going to continue to do that. I've got some keys from Austin I haven't even heard yet. They came in last night, but I've been very busy with my lessons with the Ghost of Pavarotti and working on my singing. My goddamn computer is smoldering right now. I have smoke coming out the back of this computer from how hot the files are, and I haven't even heard it yet. And I already know it's going to be scintillating. That's going to be one of our foreign covers, and I'm very excited about it. Very excited.
Yeah, and anytime the Ghost of Pavarotti is summoned with Merciless, everything, it's, believe me, I wish I can summon that entity, but it's a personal relationship that Merciless has, as you can hear in his vocals. So we're very lucky to have these, very nice summonings of spirits such as Pavarotti.
And now summoning spirits comes at a cost, but it's a cost we're willing to pay because it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. And we're going to pay that toll, motherfucker.
There you go. So keep your exorcisms away from Superweapon, at least for now, at least until Merciless.
Unless you can conjure other spirits, in which case, call me.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you can get the whole 3 tenors, right?
My grandma bought me an Ouija board as a kid. I don't know why that's popping up into my head, but it was a very fun memory. It's a Hasbro Ouija board. And yeah, they're good stuff.
It's not a toy. Not a toy.
No, shouldn't be.
In the hands of the right craftsperson, Ouija board is a tool. It is a tool to help you visualize and achieve your dreams. All vision boards should have a Ouija board on it. So it's a Ouija board. Our vision board is already real spectacular. We got it in a U-Haul. So it's on the inside and nobody can see.
It's 2 U-Hauls, right? 2 U-Hauls?
It's 2 U-Hauls.
One came to my place, yeah.
Prep stage. You have the prep stage.
Yeah.
So we've got some, our vision board has a lot of teeth, a lot of pentagrams, a lot of goat fur, because the goat we got it from, we like it. We don't want to sacrifice that goat. His name is Herman. He's a good goat. He'll do until we can afford more goats. Right now, our goal is get to 100 subscribers on YouTube, then go buy some goats. You got to do things in stages. You have to set yourself up for success, not failure.
Yes. No, maybe. Yeah, that's a Ouija board joke. So anyway, shit. I had a good. All right. Well, actually, let's geek out a little bit just as music people. And hey, Sharon Wild Dollar, good to see you. Yeah, we've been off and on a little bit, but you guys, let's geek out a little bit musically. Tell me a little bit about the music that kind of churns your butter. What kind of gets you going? So Austin, I mean, maybe you want to start
first because you got such a different background than 79, but hit it.
Yeah, pop rock, indie, alternative rock and roll. I've been in projects since 2007, playing venues in LA, Orange County, San Diego, went on a few tours. Really, learned a lot of my craft through playing cover band shows, many shows, sometimes 4 shows a day for 3 months straight. Very, very fun. My uncle was the musical director of the Beach Boys for a while. Bassist, very, very cool. We got to go to some of those shows when it was a different formation of the Beach Boys. Some of the members growing up, we would be surrounded by that music, and my dad plays, and my uncles. So yeah, literally both my uncles are professional musicians, and I've really learned as I've grown older that I have so much respect for anybody who is playing, making a living, creating music in whatever capacity. But yeah, I would say primarily, pop rock is my background, and I've done holiday caroling gigs in different theme parks, and I've done, so many different iterations of genre music, Australian songs we've done for spring break shows. Really interesting. And it's just exciting to bring that to Superweapon.
Fantastic. And before we get to Merciless, so Austin, is there any artists or anyone who, like, when you grew up, who you listened to and you said, this is it, this really connects to me, this is where
I think 3 come to mind. The first is Muse and the Killers. They're kind of in my head the same entity. I love them both very much. And the first artist I feel like I actually discovered just on my own, separately from like my brothers or family, was the artist Beck. I saw him live at the Hollywood Bowl, and I hadn't really heard his songs, to be honest. It was kind of my friend invited me, and from a keyboard perspective, it was like, what is this guy doing? So I love his out of the box thinking, and really kind of channel a lot of that.
Cool. Yeah, if you've never seen Muse live, somebody's car alarm.
My apartment. Yeah, sometimes it's really loud. I apologize. There's a car that always goes off every day, probably twice a day, until somebody turns it off. And I have. Yep, that's
all
yeah.
Good. All good. There you go. All right. I just say Muse live. If you ever, of course, nobody's seen anybody live.
I had the pleasure. I'm looking. Hopefully, we'll get to do that someday.
Yeah, incredible. And Beck, I've seen Beck too. Incredible. But all right, Merciless, what's your turn for the same question?
I was not musically inclined or oriented in any way, shape, or form until I was abducted. And might not believe that shit. Don't care. I know it's real. It happened to me. I got abducted, and the gray aliens, and they're just like everybody else. Some of them super cool. Some of them giant, big 4-headed assholes. Right? You get the mix. And when I got abducted, and once I determined that they were going to release me, then it became a matter of, you ask them questions like, what kind of coupons do you clip? You say, like, who's your favorite minor league baseball team? And then I finally was like, what kind of music do you guys listen to? And that was the question, because they didn't know what a minor league baseball team was. They didn't understand. And I don't think they understood coupons either. But they understood music because, that is broadcast out into space all the time. Turns out that the entire galaxy of sentient species is pretty into rock and roll, more into metal. And they kind of mainlined all of the catalog of music from the people who become some of my favorites and are huge influences on Superweapon. Of course, AC/DC, Bon Scott, greatest lead singer of all time. Modern act, Beartooth. Huge. All Superweapon just went to see Beartooth in San Diego at Soma. Great show. They did a great job. ABBA is huge. ABBA's the most metal band that nobody realizes is metal. They're metal, Swede metal. I love Swedish metal. It's great. A little bit of Linda Ronstadt in there, I think, too. Touch Metallica, sprinkle of the Bee Gees, and of course, a little bit of REO Speedwagon and Journey, and then the showmanship of Alice Cooper. There's probably the biggest influence on me as a live performer would be Bon Scott's voice and Alice Cooper's presentation. That's a French word. It means to show what you're doing on the stage. His presentation is spectacular. And cheers to Alice Cooper.
Absolutely. So what are you channeling from Linda Ronstadt, though? That's what
channeling from Linda Ronstadt is great hair and absolute utter command of vocal agility. And also haven't worn it yet, but I think I'll look pretty good in a skirt. So we're channeling that from Linda Ronstadt too. But she is incredibly talented vocalist. Also metal as fuck. She's so metal. We're going to cover some Linda Ronstadt in the future, and you will see how metal Linda Ronstadt is.
She is really great, actually. I'm a 70s kid. I know this is Metal Asylum, but all tons of respect. Man.
You can be in a metal dungeon in a gimp suit with studs on your shoulder, and you can still be listening to the Bee Gees. That's okay.
Absolutely. You might hit those same octaves too.
Hit a lot of octaves you're in a gimp suit, son. Let me tell you, I discovered my D-sharp 5 is definitely thanks to the gimp suit. So it wasn't the most pleasant experience in the world, but I got the D-sharp 5 that you hear in Battle Cry. So winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Nice. And Daniel Lundy, I don't know if he's tongue-in-cheek, says, is there any plan to do a cover of Combat Bats by Trench Warfare?
That's, I believe that is a song from my cousin's fictional lineup. He's a geek. He writes books. He doesn't rock. You have to rock, son. If you have to rock. So it's definitely possible that could come out at some point. Well, we'll cover anything. I'll tell you one thing about Superweapon. One word to summarize Superweapon. That word is shameless. We don't give a shit. If it's going to entertain people, if it's going to make people tap their foot, if it's going to make people mosh and come out of the venue with 2 stitches and happy about it, that's what we're going to do. We are straight vibe out of the 80s and 90s when metal was glorious, and we're going to keep bringing that heat and make you happy.
Yeah, and like what Merciless said, his alien abduction, really, I think that's kind of the feeling we want to have. When somebody watches a show, we want them to feel abducted by the music, taken to another universe, and then brought back with the new experiences that they've had. Yep. They are a different listener, different musician fan. It's very fun.
And actually, our song "They're Watching Me" it's a documentary rock and roll song about my experiences of being abducted. So that is on Spotify. If you go to Spotify, search for Superweapon, one word, "They're Watching Me," which is on the demo of Destruction. You will hear the seduction and the pain and the anguish and the release, my relationship with the gray aliens that abducted me. That is on there. We also, of course, we have "Save Me," which is a song about a Bonnie and Clyde bank robbery gone horribly wrong, where Bonnie takes a bullet for Clyde, and Clyde is left with all of this internal remorse. Should we have done it? Should I have killed that bank guard? I don't know, but he also has all the money. So you got to keep that in mind. Loss of life, tragedy, emotional train wreck, and also money. So, it's one of those things.
Yeah, life does it to you sometimes, right? But no, okay. Again, great stuff. We got a couple more minutes here. I know you guys have got lives and crap to do, but definitely wanted to open it up. If you guys out there have any questions for Superweapon, who are on the rise, and as Merciless has mentioned, there's got a famous cousin, but I do want to talk a little bit about gear. Merciless, I feel your pain as a left-handed axe player. So you walk into the guitar store or musician store and say, "Oh, there's the one on the wall I can actually look at." So tell us. So let me start with you, Merciless, but also I definitely want to hear about your gear as well, because I love the keys. We've had some great keys players on our show time to time in the past, but actually Merciless just left. So Austin, you're up. So tell us a little bit about what you got. Oh, never mind, he's back. Sorry, I jumped the gun.
Real quick. This is a special. This was custom made for me by Ernie Ball. This is a 5-string lefty bongo. Paint job is a stealth black. Sadly, We had to kill 2 rare black rhinos to get this particular pigment, but they get to live on through the thunder. This brings the thunder. Now, Merciless got a little bit of lightning. You'll see it from time to time, but for the most part, when you are in a storm cloud with Severiana Wada, who is straight lightning, straight 198 proof Southern brewed in a still in your mama's basement lightning, you got to have the thunder. So this is the primary beast of burden right here. Austin, tell them what's up.
Yeah, my gear, it's really, really fun. Literally, I have some software that emulates all of the synths that you've heard in 80s songs. Roland synths. It's pretty much my favorite software to use. I use a lot of analog gear as well on some of the songs in the first EP. I've used a microKORG analog synth that also has a lot of 80s types of vibes. So I do a hybrid of analog and software. Roland has, honestly, like, it's amazing what they have just at click of a button. What we now have access to, what would have been tens of thousands of dollars worth of gear that I don't have. Now I can go, okay, like, I have, here's a sound that is inspiring me to write something. A lot of these sounds help me to think in that zone for these songs. So yeah, a lot of tweaking and but for the most part, like, Roland has been my keys, the savior for all my keys stuff for Superweapon.
We're primarily using Universal Audio Apollo gear, and we're very heavily immersed in the Universal Audio ecosystem. Gotta say, Metalhead, their support is dope. They get back to people pretty quick, even when they're slammed. Super nice cats, great stuff. And then Townsend Sphere is the microphone that we're using. I just got to splatter Austin's vocals all over the Townsend Sphere a couple of weeks ago for a new song that we're doing. And then Sevi is, well, you got to have Sevi back on another time and just have him show you all the priceless gems that are his guitars. But we have learned that Superweapon is a communicable disease. You can catch it. And while your life will be better for it, does come at a cost. This is also a Music Man. This is a Stingray Lefty 5. And as you can see, it's been very much infected by the joy that is Superweapon. So I would say this is like we call this a logo happy ending. It turned out pretty well for the bass. This will be more of a live instrument because this thing is indestructible. If, say, you were to experience a dragon in the thoroughfare downtown and you didn't happen to have a weapon, this motherfucker right here, this is solid. This is solid swamp ash. You hit a dragon between his beady black eyes with this thing right here, goes down. Done. Out. You win. You get the treasure. He gets turned into a pair of boots. End of story.
Yeah, as a keyboardist, it's really nice to admire the axes that Mr. Merciless and Sevi have. I have a keytar, which is really fun. It's an axe. It is a true axe. It's evolved. I have an axe now, but it's been great learning from them, their axes and their stare downs with dragons. Incredible.
I would say the funniest thing that's happened in this band yet, and there's been an enormous amount of hijinks and mirth, an enormous amount. It's incalculable. But Austin he had two, not one, two keytars sitting at home. And at some point, he was like very tentative about it because, keytar's not all that metal to people who don't know. And he's all like, hey, man, I got this keytar. Should I bring a keytar out, man? And Sevi and I were goddamn offended. We were offended. We were insulted. We were like, how did you have a keytar that you didn't tell us about strapped out on that body? Let's get rubbed up on that keyboard. And you can see him. Motherfucker does behind the back keyboard Jimi Hendrix shit with a keytar in the Battle Cry video. I tell you what, man, I know it's a family show, but I get a little bit sprung every time I see it. I can't believe how good it looks. It looks so good. So that's awesome. He's now got front of stage with his keytar. Looks good.
Very nice. And Ghost rocked out the keytar on their last tour. So that's as metal as it gets.
Those are some nice young men right there. You can tell.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the nameless ghouls, nice young men and women. But so now, got a couple of comments I want to get to before we move on. But David Lamb says the Man in Black, it's like Merciless is channeling the coolness of Johnny Cash. Good comment.
Johnny Cash is one of my consultants. I've got a medium. Her name is Sylvia, and this shit ain't free, dude. This shit costs a lot of money to hire Sylvia. But Johnny Cash has made a couple of appearances. I don't have him on like, supernatural spiritual speed dial, but occasionally I get to him. He's even lovelier dead than he was alive, and he was lovely alive. So we'll get him queued up. But yeah, what's up?
All right, and I think this might be a little of a prompt, but yes, one of your fans out there is asking, did you win an opening spot at opening act?
We did.
Thank you, fan. Thank you. That was nice.
Thank you, fan. We did. We actually, if you go to superweapon.com and you scroll down, we've got a post there about a contest called the opening. Oh shit! Look at it, it's right there. It's lovely. But for those of you listening at home, you can go and vote for us. We're up against some very stiff competition. The person ahead of us in our group apparently is a bodybuilding astrophysicist rapper, and you don't see that a lot. He's very, very talented man, looking good up there doing his thing. But we are probably going to hopefully make the top 5 tonight. But you all should vote, and don't just vote. Make a calendar item, because you can vote every day. I know you all got calendar software. I know you all got it for your Zoom and your other stuff. Vote, and we'll see if we can sneak in there. But we don't. You know what? We're not trying to win. We're just there to do some damage and hurt some feelings. That's what we're trying to do.
Nice. Well, now I do have to check out your competition after that. You did it too good of a job hyping up. But yeah, seriously, no, go vote for Superweapon at the opening act. You guys have some other cool stuff going on too. Absolutely, definitely go out and vote for Superweapon. So I definitely want us to take us on our way out. Tell us, we've already done a great job, I think, of selling what's coming up for the future. But how else can people support you guys? Obviously, here the open act, we can support you that way. Going out and voting for Superweapon. Tell us what else. What else we got?
Just following us. We're also at facebook.com/superweaponband. Go follow that. It helps. Go follow us at YouTube. And the single biggest thing I think you can do when you get a little bit of the sonic seed that is Superweapon splashed about your midriff and torso, click a like, throw in a comment. Because Superweapon's all about that algorithm, son. We're about that algorithm. That's the black magic of 2021. The devil is in the data. We're going to court that and work the algorithm. So anytime you see our stuff, slap that like, hammer that bell, thrust yourself upon the comment section, and help us out. Austin, what do you have to add to that?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. It's a new age. It's been amazing to see so much support so far. And yeah, give us a like, give us a follow. We love talking with everybody online. It's really cool because we've been doing this all ourselves, and I think it's important for for people to know that we're here, behind the screens. We love talking to everybody, engaging with all the Superweapon fans, and yeah, honestly, thank you so much for the support.
Also prepared, if you become a devotee of Superweapon, I can answer all of your spiritual questions. I'm a spiritual leader. I'm a spiritual guider. I have insights into the world of the spirit world, if you will, that a lot of people, very, very few people have. I'm a very sensitive empath. I know what's going on all around us. I get inspiration from all of the ghosts and goblins and witches and whatnot that are all about us all the time. You don't see them yet. Keep listening to our music. You'll see them. And they're not.
Yeah, he's teaching me the spiritual speed dial that he had mentioned before. Right. To channel the rock gods. So I'm learning from my bandmates. It is a true synergy.
Yeah, and Sevy's already evil incarnate. You can't teach perfection. You can't improve upon perfection. Perfection can only further perfect itself. So that's the level Sevy's at. He doesn't have to say much. He just has to be.
Right. Actually, he's been a very cool presence in this interview without even showing up. So, much credit to him. So, that's been great. I appreciate you guys coming on. It's been a blast of an interview. I really dig everything I've heard from you guys. The new video is kick ass. I'm looking forward to the new one. The songs are kick ass. You guys are doing great. And Austin, yeah, it's much much praise for the keyboard sound. Really digging it. And you know, Merciless, big fan. It's good stuff. Everyone should go out and support Superweapon, vote for him. And I'm not going to have the last word, though. I'm going to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining us. You guys can have the last word. Take us on out.
I will say, present your fancy to us, and we will tickle it. If you expose your fancy, we will tickle your fancy. That will put a smile on your face. That and your soul is what Superweapon wants. Just smile on your face. We want to collect your soul. That's it. It's no big deal.
As Merciless says, yeah, the earworm of Superweapon will be crawling upon you if you listen to the music. So we love the support, and thank you so much for having us.
Great. All right, thank you, everyone. You guys got to come back. You know, when you guys have something new to pimp, absolutely come back. Absolutely.
Yeah. Gotcha. Thank you for having us on. We're excited. Next time we'll bring Sevi. I'm sure he'll be super powered at this point because he's probably right now eating the heart of a buffalo that he killed with his bare hands or with a guitar string. Don't screw with this man if he's got a new pack of Ernie Ball guitar strings in his hand. Austin and I know. Just back away. But hopefully we'll have Sevi on next time, and it'll be awesome.
All right. Great. Yeah, I hope so too. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys. Superweapon.